Are these just what's it been like playing as a guard in this lineup since you were really recruited as a forward?
It feel good. Just being able to take advantage of smaller guards and components, but overall, it feels good to be in the guard position.
Has it changed the responsibilities a lot, or is it or very much the same as before?
It really haven't changed a lot. It's just more of a more opportunity to attack downhill and finding spots. But other than that, it's felt all the same.
Feel the added size you all have had really helps in rebounding.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Christina?
Okay, so I just had a pretty general question about what part of your game you feel like has grown or changed the most. I mean, we just talked a little bit about you kind of playing more as a guard, but is there anything else that you feel like has changed the most since you got to Arkansas?
Just been trying to be efficient around the rim and just in general, like picking the spots to score in and things like that. Knowing like my strength and sticking with the strengths more than weaknesses, and even picking back off the weaknesses. Like the weaknesses I had from last school is better now for like development wise.
Scotty?
Yeah, he's kind of sticking with that same thing. I'm curious when Arkansas staff kind of told you that you'd be a little bit more interior oriented this season. Like, is there a player that you've studied to pick up things from, or was there maybe a player that they pointed to, like maybe check this guy out?
Really, they was just saying like you could look at anybody on the floor because you could end up in any position throughout the game or throughout the season, and more so like I knew when I was coming in that we had like JD returning and Devo returning, so I was like I know most of I was gonna be off the ball a lot, so I just piggyback on watching a lot of basketball and just knowing how to get your points and being efficient around other areas of the game.
We've heard some guys before say that Trey Wade is like the uncle of this team. Like, could you possibly like give me an example of Trey being the uncle, or and also just kind of what he's brought to this group lately?
Trey, the uncle of the team. He just he just give us uncle vibes. He an old man, but Trey, he always the vocal leader. Yeah, if he sees something, he always gonna point it out and let you know. And that's just the way of our uncle is. Like if he see his nephews doing something they don't need to be doing, he gonna address it right away. And that's just like on the court. If you know that one of the younger guys and anything is not doing what they're supposed to, he's going to follow up behind.
And how valuable do you think that is? Because when you guys were going through a rough stretch, Eric, a lot after games would say that a lot of a team success kind of depends on player led leadership.
It's very important because during the midst of the game, stuff like that, you need somebody with a high voice like that, like Trey, and been playing college basketball for a long time to step up and be able to point out the things that that he see out there on the court is going on that that other people don't see, and being able to keep the team in order.
Bob?
Yeah, Dees, how's it going? Hey, I guess I read this in Mike's notes. I think this is still true after the weekend that Arkansas leads the nation in made free throws, and I think is second in attempts. And you're a guy that's taken a lot. I think you're second on the team in attempts, and you're shooting real well. What do you think's the key to getting to the free throw line that much, and obviously then making them?
It's really the key is really just being aggressive. We all know like right now we're not shooting the ball as well as we want to, but we just doing what we can like to get to the rim, get fouled, getting foul calls, and be able to step up to the line and make shots at the free throw line.
And then you're like I say, you've shot I think 79. You're making right at 76%. Have you always been a good free throw shooter, or what do you think of that? What's the key to that for you?
I mean, not I wouldn't say a good free throw shooter, but I used to, get to the line a lot when I was at Pitt as well. But I increased my free throw percentage pretty much from what I was at Pitt. So I would think I'm doing pretty good free throws wise. I shoot a lot of those out of practice before practice. So I'm just trying to stay on that range of getting to the line and be able to knock it down.
Is that just extra work in the gym? Have you changed your technique at all, or what have you done to shoot that high a percentage with that volume of free throws?
It's just a lot of reps and different situations of like working out, just to get your mind flowing in different ways throughout the course of a game. When you get fouled, when you're tired, different things like that. So
Yeah, because you hit, A&M had taken the lead for the first time in OT 66-64. You go to the line, a lot of pressure. You played 40 whatever minutes. I'm sure you're dog tired, but you knocked them both down to tie it back up. Those were big. Do you remember kind of what's going through your head in a situation like that?
that we just need take a deep breath and we just need these points so the game could be back balanced and we could go and win this game and get this game over with. That's really what's going through my mind the most is just getting these points on the board for our team and for us to be in a position to win.
Dees, you played well at Pitt. The team didn't win a lot. How big was going to a program like Arkansas that had won big last year? How much did that influence your decision? And then what's it like being on a team that's on a good roll now?
Like you said, yeah, we didn't have too much success my last school, but it just taught me a lot. It takes more than it takes a lot to win, and it's hard to win at a high level. But coming here, it was the best decision, seeing that how they did last year and how the players like gel together to get to that point, end of the year. It just made my decision that I want to come here and be a part of that family. And once I was here, we had ups and downs, but now we starting to click again like we was at the beginning of the year, and it's lovely to be on a winning team like this.
Okay, I might have a couple more, but I'll turn it back. Sorry about the freeze and thing. I wasn't something I said.
Curtis?
Now, Aldis, you guys are playing well now on a pretty good roll. I'm just curious, what do you think takes this team to the next level? How does this group get better? Is there an area that you think could do that?
It's just really on the defensive end. If we locked in and engaged on defense the whole game, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be winning the way we are, and that's what we pride on. 40 minutes of defense intensity. If we're doing that, and offense is going to come into play.
And then I just curious, I know you guys have a couple days of prep left, but what are your initial thoughts on Ole Miss and the challenge you face with them on Wednesday?
I know Ole Miss is a pretty good team. They like to get up and down the court. They got a couple of good transfers that came in as well that I played against at my old school. So I know they gonna be on the P's and Q's about the game. So I just know I know that they pride on playing hard the whole game. So we just should think we should just prep. We're gonna prep on them and get ready for. I know they got a game tonight, so try to take their legs away as possible.
All right, Adis, thanks. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, so.